Hello and welcome back. This is video number 4 of a series of probably 6 or 7. I keep getting ideas. We are utilizing our towels today. So I've been trying to think of what people have in their home so they don't need any equipment. I did get this, I need to say this, I did get this lesson plan from another instructor. It was on Pilates Anytime. I cannot think of her name at this moment, but I will be going back and looking that up and putting her name in the description so she gets some credit for this. I did put my own spin on it, of course, but the idea with the towel came from her. We use our gym towels, just show you about what size that is. Well, you can see it on the mat as well. I would use, this is a little smaller than a bath towel. Use a bath towel, a beach towel. A hand towel I think would be too small. Definitely not a washcloth. So play around with the size, but any towel should work. Again, as long as it's a little bigger than a hand towel. You'll see why that's important in just a moment. We'll start lying down. So let's have a lie down on our mat. You're gonna need about a 2 to 3 inch from your crown of your head to the end of the towel, okay? And let's jump right in. Have my arms down by my side, my knees are bent, my feet are flat. I am going to bridge my hips up, so pelvic tilt, peel each vertebra up one at a time, and then drip each vertebra down. Let's do a couple more of those. Let's guide our spines back down and pause right there. I'm going to grab the corners of my towel. Okay, so I'm going to grip the towel with the ends of the towels with my hands. Excuse me, I can't find my words. Okay, so we're going to pull the towel apart and pull it up. I'm going to let my head be in the towel, and I'm going to lift my head and curl my trunk to look at the front of the room, and then I'm going to drip my spine back down. I'm keeping my arms engaged for another set, or another rep, I should say. Okay, and then drip back down. I love this one. It is so nice, especially for those of us that get really cranky in our necks during our abdominal work. And it's sneaking in some grip strength and some arm work. It's always nice to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of rotation to that. So I'm going to lift up and rotate, bringing my bottom rib to my opposite hip, and then drip back down. And again. And with this, I'm still allowing the towel to support my head a bit. Our heads are heavy. They're 12 to 15 pounds. Let the arms help. Let the towel help. Notice how hopefully I'm keeping my elbows at the same distance. I'm not pulling my elbow to my knee. I'm focusing just on the torso here, the waistline. My favorite visual is the thought of bringing the bottom rib to your opposite hip. Okay, one more. With any of these, as I've said in all these videos, you could do anywhere from 8 to 15. Okay, now we're going to release our towel, take our arms down by our side, straighten our right leg long, and let's kick that right leg up, and then guide it back down. I'm going slow and in control, trying to maintain that neutral pelvis. I'm flexing my foot as I kick up, and I think I'm going to point my toe as I go down. Okay, so feel add a little ankle range of motion here. Resist the desire to be kind of herky-jerky here. Does not matter to me how high you lift your leg, as long as it's slow and in control. Okay, let's switch sides. Straighten that other leg out. Flex your foot as you kick up. Point your toes as you go down. that pelvis. Whoop. Definitely less coordinated on this leg. That's okay. Again, 8 to 15. I have to go back and count how many times I've said that. As a little side note, especially if you're doing these on your own, it really is helpful to videotape yourself, because then you can kind of see how are you looking? Is everything staying nice and stable? Is everything nice and tidy? Is it how it should be? Okay, take those arms back down by your side for 2 bridges. Kind of opening up the front of the hips as we go up. One more time. Okay, let's take our towel into our hands again. Pull the towel apart, pull it up. This time we're going to bring our right knee to tabletop. You're going to lift your head and curl your trunk and hold that as you do toe taps with the right leg. Okay, rest that foot down, rest your head down. Keep the arms engaged. Okay, left knee to tabletop. Lift your head and curl your trunk. Lower and lift that left foot. Okay, rest the foot down, rest your head down. Give yourself a good breath. Make sure you're breathing throughout. I feel like I haven't emphasized that enough now that I'm thinking about it. Just make sure you're not holding your breath, most importantly, especially with this abdominal work. It's very tempting to want to hold your breath. Resist that. Pay attention to that. Okay, pull the towel apart, pull it up. I'm going to bring one knee at a time to tabletop, and I'm going to lift my head and curl my trunk. Keep the integrity of your trunk curl, and now alternate your toe taps. Gosh, it's only been a week since I've taught, but I feel like I've already lost a little bit of my ability to speak. We'll be okay. Okay, let's rest both feet down one at a time. Rest that head down. Okay, take your arms out to a T. We're going to straighten our right leg long. This time I'm going to point my toes. I'm going to kick that straight leg up. I'm going to take it out, bring it back in, lower it down. Up, out, in, and down. I think I've actually watched myself do this one before. You do want to try to maintain that nice level pelvis, especially as your leg goes out to the side. When it's going out to the right, it will want to take the left hip with it. I really appreciate a nice stable pelvis. Don't worry about how far your leg is going out to the side. Keep everything stable here. Never sacrifice your alignment for range of motion. Very important. Nice easy breath. I've completely lost count, but it's got to be about 5. Okay, one more. Okay, lower that down, bend your knees, take your arms down by your side. Let's bridge our hips up. One more time. I like throwing the bridges in here, as this series involves so much flexion of your torso that this little bit of extension is kind of lovely. Okay, grab the corners of your towel again. Here we go. Pull it apart, pull it up, lift your head and curl your trunk. Bring one knee at a time to tabletop. I'm going to bring my thighs together and let both sets of toes go down and back up. And again. Don't worry about how low you're going with your toes. Okay, drop your torso down, rest one foot down at a time. Okay, now we'll do our crisscross, okay? So let's bring ourselves up, lift your head, curl your trunk, one knee at a time to tabletop. I'm bringing my bottom rib to my opposite hip, the other leg straightens. And then we're switching. Okay, bring it all to center. Gently rest everything down. Okay, take those arms out to a T again. This time we're going to straighten both legs long. Okay, we're going to kick our right leg up. I'm going to cross my leg over. I'm going to let my right hip peel off. Wow, that feels good. And then bring it across here, over to the other side, and then again. I'm letting my hip peel off with control. My hip is lifting because of my control of my torso, not because the weight of my leg is going in the opposite direction. Okay, one more. Okay, let's get that leg down. Other leg's gonna come up. Cross your midline. I like to point my toes with this one. It does take the slack off the hamstring a little bit. And also, typically when we're seated, our foot is like this a lot, so the front of our ankle can be a little shortened throughout the day. So it's good to take advantage of being able to point the toes. Open up the front of the ankle. Okay, how about one more to each side? Okay, bend both the knees, place the feet flat. Arms down by your side, let's bridge our hips up. And then drop back down. Okay, one more time. And back down. Very good. Okay, we're gonna change positions now. So I'm gonna take my towel to the front end of my mat. I may have to adjust a little bit here. Yes, give me one moment. Let me get this so that you're in the frame here. Okay? Yeah. So I'm gonna scooch way up to the front end of my mat. Okay, you know what? Let me turn this way. How about that? Okay, so I'm sitting up as tall as I can here. I've got my hands back. You can, if this bothers your wrist at all, you could always go down to the elbows. You decide. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep my toes down for as long as I can and slide both legs straight. Once I can't keep my toes down any longer, I'm gonna go ahead and straighten my legs and flex my feet. Point your toes, get your feet back in. There should be that moment where when you're really trying to keep your toes down, you should feel your arches really engage, and then straighten them away. Okay, one more time. Okay, very good. Let's change positions again. I think that I can leave everything the way it is. Let's see. We're gonna come onto our hands and knees. This time our hands are on the towel. I am going to slide. Let's try to keep our pelvis over our knees as best we can. We're gonna slide the towel away as we start to go into some spinal extension, allowing our sternum to come down towards the mat. And then from here, first off, that feels fantastic. Feel free to stay there for a moment. Now we're gonna round our spine and pull the towel back in. Okay, so let's go out again. Arching your spine as you go out. And then rounding your spine to come back in. Okay, 2 more. Okay, on this next one, we're gonna go out and we'll stay out. Okay, now we'll side bend. Okay, I guess for this one, you need some kind of smooth ground. So maybe a tile floor or laminate. Okay, come back to center, sit back in a child's pose. And then guide yourself back up. Okay, you are all finished with the abdominal and leg part of the series. Thank y'all so much. Hang in there, keep moving.